Where did your own awareness or movement into spirituality start?
30 years of journaling, knowing that I wanted to live a divine life, a commitment to a divine life. But I didn't know what that meant back then. I knew that it was a calling within me or a feeling within me where I was going, but it never happened until recently when I started embodying what that actually means.
Hello, everyone. I am Deepika Sandhu, the CEO of Soul Sparks Press, and I am so excited for today's conversation with Dr. Kari Figone. Kari is writing her first book with Soul Sparks Press, and I couldn't be more excited to welcome you today.
Thank you, Deepika. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, so you have a background that is a bit different from some of the other authors with Soul Sparks Press because you are a doctor and you're a chiropractor. And I found it so fascinating how you kind of have gone on your own spiritual journey, being a doctor, and now really leaning into the powerful aha moments that have shaped your own existence. But take us kind of back to when you started in your profession and connecting with people in the way that you do and the way that you help them because you're literally cracking them open, right? Not just physically, but I would imagine it kind of moves itself into other ways as well.
Well, yeah, it's a huge journey of healing, right? So when you first start in chiropractic after 32 years, I've gone through a lot. But in a very brief way, it's like first you're doing like hands-on, adjust the spine, you're healing, all of that. But it really turns into knowing that when you adjust someone and you open up their central nervous system, the healing comes from within. And we all have that innate ability to heal. And knowing your power to heal, having faith in your own body's innate, that's the spiritual work. And I've learned so much from my patients because they resist or they're open and they all have different personalities. And the ones that are open to healing, that know that they are worthy of healing, that they have the potential to walk into healing, are the ones that dramatically make the miracle changes.
When you started on your chiropractic journey, I'm just curious, did you start knowing that it was going to be a healing journey? I mean, of course, doctors are here to heal us, right? And fix us and make us feel better. But did you know it was going to really lead to not only your own spiritual healing, but the spiritual healing of your patients as well?
No, not at all. Becoming a chiropractor was actually kind of a divine calling anyway. I was supposed to be a physical therapist, and then someone said, be a chiropractor. And I went to a chiropractor's office, watched him. I was like, I don't know what they're doing, but I think I'm going to do that. And it was literally just trusting that that calling was what I was doing, and it evolved because healing comes from within. But we were taught in chiropractic above, down, inside out. So it is the teachings that tell you it's what's happening. And it's after 30 years knowing the power of above, down, inside out.
So what does it mean for you above, down, inside out now? With all the awareness that you've gone on your own spiritual journey. I think that term must take on such different meaning for you.
It just becomes more expansive because when you first start, above, down, inside out seems very short, very in your body. But what we know is that the above is source coming down through us, and from the inside we heal. And that's how we expand and change. That's how we make the ripple effect. That's how we affect the universal consciousness. So the more power we have releasing from us, the more we make a difference. And so has it changed? Yeah, huge. And that's why I'm here with you, because I want to put those things in my book. The power of you, the power within, the power that comes from knowing where your healing comes from.
What are the ways that you've learned this for yourself? Where did your own awareness or movement into spirituality start?
Decades, 30 years of journaling, knowing that I wanted to live a divine life, a commitment to a divine life. But I didn't know what that meant back then. I knew that it was a calling within me or a feeling within me where I was going, but it never happened until recently when I started embodying what that actually means, what inner freedom means. I think I looked to the outside too much. Even though I'm telling the patients to look from the inside, I think I was looking at the outside for so many things. And once I tapped into that inner freedom, that inner knowing of what really feels good for you, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, that's really where it changed for me.
How did you know What gave you that inner freedom? How did you give yourself permission to even explore what that inner freedom was for you?
That's the mastery, isn't it? Because that's not easy because we hear so many things. I think 98% of our thoughts are not our own. Tapping into, whoa, okay, I got to dump the 98% of the thoughts and tap into me. So you have to get quiet. And you hear that a lot. Just be still, be quiet. But there's so much truth into listening to what you want. You have the power to change a belief. I knew healing. I knew above, down, inside out. But I didn't know that if I thought I couldn't speak to you, let's say, that I could change that. Oh, wait, my belief is yes, I can speak. Yes, I can communicate. Yes, I can write with you.
And we don't really even stop to question the beliefs that we have. Like you said, we're 98% other thoughts. It's not right, it's not wrong, but the thoughts have all come from what we've been taught, whether that's parents or society or social media, teachers, whomever. It all is up here. So we're loaded with other people's thoughts. And I think I've done a pretty good job, and I think you have too, of like quieting down other people's thoughts, but I'm still thinking I'm at 30%.
Right. Well, and we still have our thoughts that aren't even true. Like things that you tell yourself, oh, well, that's my personality. Really? Is it? Or do you want to just choose to change that aspect now because you're growing and evolving? That's the thing. As we change, don't we want to change different aspects of us? Don't we want to change our beliefs? That's huge power from within to change.
So, what was one of the beliefs that you really had to change for yourself?
The belief that I couldn't trust myself. Didn't know that I didn't trust myself, but you could ask someone else for their opinion. Well, what do you think? What do you think about this? In chiropractic, I had that mastered. That's good. I trust what I'm doing. But it was the outside of my life when I walked out of the office. How much was I trusting myself? Do I have to ask my friend this question? Do I have to ask my financial advisor a question? Do I have to do a certain investment and go, no, trusting yourself. That's a huge belief because then you're guided by the above down.
I love that, and it's something so many people struggle with. How do you trust yourself more? And should you trust yourself more, right? Like you said, we're out like consulting everybody up, down, and sideways about our own lives, but it's really just us we should be consulting, but we don't trust ourselves.
Exactly. And it's getting quiet to hear that because when you trust yourself, if you're still enough, you just get that feeling. It's that click. We've talked about this before, you and I. It's that click that you get like, that feels right.
And it really allows a different energy to move through you. And has that been the case for you as you've leaned into trusting yourself? What has unlocked for you?
Oh gosh, so much. You lean in to trust yourself. Everything's changed for me. The people I interact with, the experiences that I have, the opportunities that show up. Who would have thought I would have been sitting here talking about writing a book? Right? That's beautiful because leaning into that allows me to do more. Inside you, there's more. There's more to give. There's more to do. And it allows you to lean into that and be open to whatever's coming because I'm open to receive now.
The only way to receive is to trust yourself. Because without the trust, you can't actually receive what's coming in for you. So you're doing that now because you're trusting yourself enough to write a book. And you're going to write all about aha moments. Tell us more.
I hope for the reader to experience some of my situations, like different things that I've gone into where my thought process, I want the reader to hear the thought process where we don't trust ourselves, where we ask the questions, where we start listening to ourselves, how that evolves and how it ends up in the aha moment of, oh, yeah, that's what I wanted. That's why it works so well. Now the universe is like, okay, you know what you want? Here you go. Here it is for you.
Feel like trusting yourself is sort of creates the red carpet. And suddenly everything starts lining up for you in a way that it can't if you're doubting yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I keep reflecting back on, in the Bible, they talk about parting of the Red Sea. Well, that vision is in my head, meaning when you are in your oneness with yourself, when you're in your personal knowing, that inner freedom, the world separates parts for you and gives you what you want. It gives you that path to follow because you're so aligned. It's a miracle.
It is a miracle. And the miracles are within us. They're within us to create every single day. You're about to create them for other people with your book. I love this so much. What is one piece of wisdom as a doctor, as a chiropractor, that you have learned watching all of your patients struggle with whatever they've been struggling with, that you really wish they kind of knew at the beginning of their journeys, of their physical healing journeys, that you wish that they knew up front and early on?
I think I'm gonna circle back to that belief that you can heal, that you can have whatever you want no matter what it is, because so many patients will come to me and go, "Oh, well, that's just my knee problem. Oh, yeah, I always hold my tension here. Oh, yeah, I have this pneumonia I get once a year." It's like, why? Why is that you? Why have you chosen to accept that story? Do you know you have the power to change that by just expecting it to change, to read your body? So learning how to listen to those messages, because those are not permanent. We can adapt, change, evolve to whatever you choose, but you must choose. It has to come from your thoughts.
I absolutely love it. What is one thing you wanna leave everybody with today to know you more?
Well, I don't know. Watch me soar.
I am here for it. Thank you so much, Carrie. It's such an honor to have you as part of Soul Sparks Press. Such an honor to have your story being bloomed here. So it's still very much under development, but this is what makes all of this so special. Today, we've been talking to so many people who have their books at various stages, and just knowing that all this amazing soul sparking energy is coming is really phenomenal. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. You have ignited my spark. So thank you.
And if you're ready to ignite your spark and write your sweepingly inspirational story at Soul Sparks Press, come on, come and find us. We're ready to share it with the world for you.